Welcome to another Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin, and tonight I'm going to share with you a single banknote, not a theme banknote. I like to do themes, but I also like to do deep dives into individual notes. And tonight I'm going to share with you a banknote of Indonesia, specifically a 500 rupiah of 1998. I have used numista.com, the gray sheet, the standard catalog of World Paper Money, and sendananews.com to get information for this website. Um, let's start out with some basic things. This banknote measures 140 by 68 millimeters, and it is on a paper substrate. The main colors of this note are browns and greens. There's catalog numbers involved, and they are PIC number 128. The printer is the Perun Printing Press, which is, I believe, the firm that does all of Indonesia's printings. And there are some security features I want to draw to your attention. There's a watermark right here, and the watermark is of Demor Said Jok. Forgive me, I don't speak Indonesian. Jokroaminoto. There are serial numbers on the other side of the note, and that are alternate in color, black and in red. I hope that you will decide to like and subscribe to this channel and enjoy any of my other 180 plus videos that I have out there. Let's take a look at the face of this note. The face of this note shows an orangutan on a tree limb. And for those of you who don't know what an orangutan is, that is what that great ape right there is. And I love orangutans. And I use it to tease my sister a lot. I tell her that I'll work with a banknote and it makes me miss her. And then she'll ask which one it is, and I'll tell her it's that one with the orangutan on it. Now, we also pronounce it here in Oklahoma, orangutan, as orangutan. And imagine my surprise to discover that my dialectical pronunciation is actually a legit form of the word. Who knew? Over here on this side of the note, we have coats of arms. And since 2017, there are 3 species of orangutan, rather than just the one that was accepted prior to 1996. They are the most arboreal of the great apes. The dominant males develop those big cheek pads on the sides of their face. Subordinate males sometimes resemble the females and don't develop those cheek pads. They can live to be 30 years in the wild or in captivity, and all 3 species are critically endangered. If you haven't decided to smash that button for liking this page or subscribing, please do so now. Let's take a look at the other side of this note. We have housing in the Kalimantan Stilt House. That's the basis of this housing on the island of Borneo. I was surprised at how uneasy it was to discover information out about this house. I eventually found articles in Indonesian that needed translation, but that detailed an overwhelming number of different kinds of houses, of stilt houses in Indonesia, like more than 30. Some houses seem to be complexes and buildings dedicated to a specific task. The closest thing I could find to the building on this note right here was a rice barn. It had the single side stair, the porches with the representational paintings of people with overhead carvings and paintings. It may not be that kind of a building, but that's the closest I could find. With the exception of the carved crest piece that might represent a dragon or a hornbill, the building looks to be a rice barn, and specifically a rice barn that can be found at a museum called the Taman Mini Indonesian Indais Kalimantan Pavilion. So it is part of a complex of layman housing of the Dayak tribe. It is beyond the scope of this short video to go into further detail, but interestingly and confusingly, I may have part or all of it completely wrong, but it is beautiful. And here you can see the serial numbers I mentioned that were top and bottom and written in opposite colors, or printed in opposite colors. And here's why some collectors might be interested in this note. It exists as a specimen. More than 20 people on Numista want to trade this note. The first letter of the prefix X would indicate that it is a replacement note. This note has stilt housing. This note has a great ape. It's one of the only notes in the world with an orangutan on it. So it would be highly desirable to have this note for your collection. Just to close out, let's look at that Sorry about that, y'all. Let's look at that orangutan again. Not my sister, an orangutan. And there you go, folks. This is Benjamin. I am Numismatic Note, or this is Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin. I hope that you have a jewel of a day.